What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. So I wanted to talk about how inflation is still here and how we need to protect our wallet. Every month, they come out with a number, the Federal Reserve, they come out with the CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index. And that number basically is a gauge on inflation. And the target for the Federal Reserve is 2%. And, some people have the thinking that if that number is hit, then we should see a decrease in prices. But it doesn't mean that. Even though the CPI number has came down some, it's in the 2% range, you notice that the prices are still high. That's because the CPI doesn't mean that the prices are going down, but it means that it shows essentially the average increase in prices. So that's why you are seeing that, the prices are still high, because CPI doesn't mean that, things are going down. It just essentially means that that's the overall increase in change in prices. And that's why you still see, your mortgage, housing is still expensive. You see cars are still expensive. You see things in the grocery store is still expensive. So I'm on the mindset that we need to accept, that there are going to be some increase in prices, and some things are here to stay. And then also you have the issue with the tariffs that may cause inflation or cause higher prices to be kind of sticky. And that's why I state that we need to get ready, or, have the mindset of not expecting prices just essentially go down, but just being smart with your money, being wise with your money, and making the right decisions with your money. And I wanted to share a couple things that I think we need to do as consumers to protect ourselves and to put ourselves in a good position. And the first thing is, get out of debt. That's the first thing I believe we all need to do, get out of debt, because with inflation eating up your income, eating up the money that you bring in, you need to make sure that in other areas you don't have any outflow or, excessive money going out. And one thing I know that hurts people is, debt, excessive credit card payments, loans, that's debt overall. So we need to make sure that we are trying to have a plan as far as canceling out debt, and then just working that process and just gradually moving on through that process. I just think about debt, how it's an eater of your income, because, it's like taking away your buying power, essentially. Once you have some money, you have income coming in, you have a portion of that money going towards debt. Whereas if you had that debt eliminated and canceled, that money could be going towards saving. It could be going towards investing. It could be going towards other things that you need, and you can have more buying power. So the first thing I would state is try your best to have a plan as far as getting out of debt, using methods such as maybe the snowball method, which is a great way in order to cancel out debt and get out of debt. The second thing is, making more money. It never hurts to have more money as well, because the way things are looking, these prices are sticky. Things for us buying a house, some economists think that housing prices are going to be kind of in this range. Some people think they may go down some, but you see that the housing prices, people are being priced out essentially. The housing prices are just going up and up. And some people are having a hard time being able to afford a house, because you partner that with higher interest rates plus a higher houses. It's going to be hard for people to buy a house essentially. So it's important to make more money, to be able to have more money, to be able to save more, to be able to invest more, and to be able to do the things you need to do in order to establish wealth. If you have a business, great. If you have a job as well, think about a side hustle or business to kind of partner that up with. But we all should be able to make some more money using your side hustle, using special skills that you have, using your talents to be able to monetize it in a way to be able to make more money. And because, the way things are looking, inflation is just sticky. These prices are sticky. And you see it. You see it when you go in the grocery store. You see it when you drive around. You see it when you go to the retail stores. You're seeing just higher prices. So we have to be smart with our money. We have to make wise decisions, and we have to not put ourselves in a position to be able to that's going to hurt us, essentially. So first thing I said, do your best to get out of debt. Have a plan for that. And the second thing, think of ways to make more money so you can be able to build wealth and to be able to use that money to make even more money. That's the thing. Two things I think we should be focusing on right now in the times that we are in. So let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.